Hey, what is going on, everybody? I just want to make another video. So today I'm going to talk about recessed temples. It's something that I feel a lot of people, when I go to various YouTube videos about hair systems and I don't see this topic really talked about that much, but I do see a lot of people mention it in the comment section with my videos, other YouTuber hair system videos where if they have like recessed temples or thinning temples, it really gets brought up a lot in the comment section. But there's really not that many videos on the topic, so I just kind of wanted to address it and talk about it. So recessed temples, do they matter in the real world? Now, as you can see, I kind of feel like I can be an expert in this topic, considering how my temples are quite recessed, as you can see. But does it matter? As you can see, they're thinning because I do have like a three guard on the sides and back now, so that's also what's contributing and looking because it's short now. But as you can see, my temples are recessed. I'm not going to hide. I don't have those cool, awesome, spiky little temple points that a lot of people have anymore. To be honest, though, I don't think I ever had those because I went back and looked at a picture of me. I think engagement photos that me and my wife did. 12 plus years ago. I was probably longer than that. 14 years ago, I was in my probably early 20s, 23 or 24, and I didn't even have them then. So if I did have them, I probably lost them at a really young age, like in my late teens, very early 20s, because even 14 years ago, I never noticed having those like recessed like temple points. But yeah, I don't know if I've ever had them. If I did, I lost them when I was real young. But do they really matter? The grand scheme of things, when I say, and it's a key word here, do they matter in the real world? I know a lot of us that watch these videos, that comment on these videos, we're kind of experts or hair system experts, or at least we're type of people that watch videos a lot, know a lot about hair systems. Even though some people may have not made the jump to hair system yet, they probably did enough research where they know enough about it. And I get it, brought up, comments like, "Oh, your temples are too recessed. Do this and do that. You need to, shave it down if you have recessed temples. You need to wear this certain type of hairstyle. Have your hairline at this certain point if you have recessed temples." And I think it's one of those things where and this is my personal opinion. I could be biased because, of course, I do have recessed temples. So maybe this is kind of part of bias speaking. I don't know. But I will say that I do think just in the YouTube comments world or YouTube hair system video world, I think they are kind of overblown a little bit because I really don't think. Because think about it like this: think back to a time before you even knew hair systems existed. Think back before you didn't care about hair systems, you could care less about them. When you would go out in the everyday world or watch movies or TV series, where now clearly the people are clearly wearing hair systems, is it something we really notice as everyday people that didn't really know a thing or two about hair systems? Do we really sit there and be like, "Oh wow, his hair is like thick up top, but he has real recessed temples. That looks fake or unnatural"? No, I didn't. Maybe you did. I don't know. But I really don't want it to be to turn it. Because I used to get hung up on it. Back when I first started wearing a hair system and I would see comments on my videos and other videos, it did honestly make me a little self conscious. Like, wow, I guess recessed temples is a thing. I didn't even know that was a thing. But I guess I have them evidently and I should style my hair accordingly. But I got to a point where I just don't care about it anymore because I don't think the average passerby or the average person is really going to notice that you wear a hair system a certain way and you have recessed temples and it's really going to be that big of a deal. And it's just something I just don't think is really just that big of a deal. Unless you have, the only time I think recessed temples really do you a disservice in making it really obvious that you're wearing a hair system is if your hairline is too low on your hair system. Because really, if I used to wear my hairline low, I think really I'm at the perfect part, the kind of the perfect balance sweet spot of where my hairline needs to be for my temples. That's just my opinion. But I think if with the temples I have, with them being, excuse me, with my temples being recessed like they are, as you can see, there's quite a bit of recession there in my temple area. If I were to wear my hairline low like I used to, like down to this area, then it would the temples just wouldn't line up properly, and then that's when it becomes obvious, like, oh wow, your hairline. That was kind of gives that kind of overall look of the hairline being too low and something being off. But really, I think you can really rock any style if you have recessed temples. Don't let it get you down. I don't think recessed temples are as big of a deal as myself or other people included make them out to be, especially in real world settings where people don't know about hair systems. They really don't pay attention to hair, or just average passerbys or friends, family, or loved ones that you might know. So I really wouldn't, when I'm choosing a hair system or choosing a specific hairstyle, I wouldn't really be caught up in like, okay, I want to do this hairstyle, but my temples are recessed, so maybe it won't won't work. Because as you can see, this clearly isn't a type of hairstyle that would normally work for recessed temples because it fully exposes everything. It exposes that forehead, it exposes my hairline, my temples are exposed. I mean, this hairstyle on paper isn't really conducive or complimenting, isn't really the best hairstyle for someone such as myself to have recessed temples. But at the end of the day, I really don't care because I really love this kind of hairstyle for now. You know how I like to change it up a lot. So that's why I'm wearing it. I mean, recessed temples and all. I mean, the way I see it, if you're going to get into this hair system thing, I mean, you might as well go all out and really do the hairstyle that you want to do. So if you have recessed temples, you're not the only one, obviously. I wouldn't really worry about it or let it hinder you doing certain hairstyles or wearing your hair a certain way or getting a certain kind of hair system because you have recessed temples. I really wouldn't stress about it because I promise you this. The average everyday person that's not on YouTube, that's not an expert in this kind of thing, isn't going to care or notice and be like, no, I'm going to be like, oh, wow, you got a cool hairstyle, but your temples are a little recessed there. So you probably want to bring your hairline down and style it this way. The average everyday person, lay person out there isn't going to be thinking these things. They're going to glance at you. They're going to see that you have great hair and kind of move on because hair, it's normal to have hair. People are supposed to have hair. So automatically when people see you have hair, they're not going to sit there and critique, oh, your hairline is off where your recessed temples are right there and E equals MC squared on this and that and the other. People just aren't going to care. So I just want to talk about this because it gets mentioned a lot. A lot of people seem to be concerned because their temples are recessed, mine included. I just kind of want to make a video and just discuss that and be like, I really wouldn't let it hinder you or hold you back in doing the style or hair system that you want to do. So as always, guys, until my next video, take care.